Hello, my lovely starborns. Welcome to your messages. So, today I'm going to do the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy separately. All right, so this is for the feminine. So, I'm going to dig into the DF's energy and see what's up. Okay, let's see. Messages for the what's going on with the DF. I'm going to look into her feelings, her intentions, her thoughts, and the action she wants to take. Wow, that's a full card in this deck. Okay, let's see. Let's look at her feeling, intention, thoughts, and action. What is she feeling? Sekhmet, very fiery. What is her intention? Wow, to get out of the underworld. What is her thought? Shoot Tefnut, the twin. And action, Kekiwet. Oh yeah. No, the primeval chaotic waters are here underneath. Let's look at Sekhmet, then let's look at Perthem Ruh, then the Shuf Tefnet, and then Kekiet. Let's see. And then, of course, I'm going to use Tarot. Let's see. She's feeling. She wants to mend, build bridges. I said mend, right? Intention to kiss. To kiss goodbye to the underworld and go after the light. The prayer. This is what she's praying for. Union. For the twins. Some of you, you're yet to meet your twins. The storm, that is the action. Storm clearing, more like. Underneath the orphan. There's pain. She feels abandoned. And she's still hoping. She's still hoping for the best. Let's look at this card first. Kekiet. So the primordials are basically very secretive, right? So the keyword for this card is obscurity. She shares the name sign as Keki. Only hers ends with the same determinative as the other female. Anyway, so this is about, yes, through the darkness, she can see the glimmer. She can see that light at the end of the tunnel. Okay? With perseverance, the light will blossom into a new perception of the world. Oh, definitely, especially with the storm and the lightning bolt here. The feminine is going through a lot, I would say. But regardless, high hopes. She's undefeated, especially with Sekhmet there. She's like this, she embodies this warrior energy. Okay, nothing can break her. Nothing. And building bridges is kind of like difficult, but that is what she's aiming for. She feels like that is the need of the hour, so she is receptive right now, and at the same time very young, fiery. Okay, could also be very proactive as to the feminine is the one who's reaching out, especially with the kiss here, because this is Kebara, okay, and that is the emperor, and he's the one who's like coming out of the darkness, coming out of the dark night of the soul. So the feminine is aware that the masculine is overcoming this darkness, okay? And she's been through the same process, maybe before the masculine, and she knows what's going on, basically. So even in this darkness, her presence is felt by the masculine, very much so. Look at them, they're holding hands in the darkness. And as the moon is waxing, it's like, yes, that the moon is like becoming illumined, right? And the more and more is coming to the surface, especially like past life memory retrieval, and it's also boosting the emotions, right? It's like it's activation of a sort where the all that love is kind of like overflowing, and that is the kind of energy the feminine is in. And she's very, very cognizant of the fact that there is a lot to be done on the masculine's end, for sure. But in all that, she keeps thinking about the union, especially with the prayer card right underneath the twins card. And she is manifesting union. This is like the ultimate prayer. I think when this union happens, it's going to be like very overwhelming, especially emotionally, because she can already feel that feeling of union, right? So, of course, that is accelerating union here. And that explains the storm in the action, because right now, yes, everything is a bit like chaotic, especially with Nu there, because that is about chaos and this is about finding order, okay? And she's basically working on herself. So with the orphan card here, right, and right underneath the comic, I love that, because with this card, it is again about she is releasing a lot of abandonment wounds. She's releasing this unbelonging, this feeling that she didn't belong, this feeling of rejection or whatever it was. She's shedding all that with the snake there. She's like, no, I'm just focusing on the flowers, okay? The flowers of life that I have access to at all times. So this is very divine energy. She is coming into this very, very, she's coming into her own divinity, basically. So this card is also about, so yeah, there's this, the blue, all this blue is basically lapis lazuli, right? So this is again throat chakra activation. So she is finally speaking her truth. She is able to communicate, I guess. And I feel like those of you who are in total non-communication, well, it's coming in, it's coming in, especially with the storm, okay? Because that's kind of like the tower. But I feel like most of you, there is communication, yes. But right now it's about doing things differently, and that is what is happening. Let's look at the Duat card actually. I want to see what that is. And of course, I'll be doing the similar kind of reading for the masculine, so watch out for that. I just wanted to do it separately for some reason this time around. Yeah, so, where? Yeah, this one. Duat. Where is it? Yeah. So this is, of course, about awakening. This is about enlightenment and as well as victory. So it's like kiss of death. But of course, rebirth is in place. It's already in motion. Prayers are being answered, okay? Because regardless of whatever is coming up for addressal, this orphan energy, it's like the feminine is very much in that second power, okay? She's very empowered. She is getting in touch with her fire. So yeah, her root chakras, sacral and solar plexus, are going through heavy activation right now, okay? And I think for the masculines, it's mostly the higher chakras right now. Yeah. And of course, for the feminine, throat too, throat chakra. Okay. So the intention is, of course, to like successfully complete this cycle, okay, which she very much is doing, okay? So the cycle is about closing the old cycle, basically. Then only this union can take place, okay? And this is happening. Again, there's something about the waxing moon, okay? So I guess by the time of the full moon, and especially I'm hearing hunter moon, by then major clearing, and that's when this new energy is kind of rushing in. Because with the storm here, yes, there is something is obscured, something is not fully known, okay? What is that something? Let's see. That something is basically hope. Hope. blossoming into a new perception of the word. Yeah, well, basically doing things differently. Let's get some tarot. Okay. Okay. Let's see the bridge and segment. Okay. Eight of Cups, Two of Cups, Six of Cups. That's an eight too. Oh, the devil. So it's like, the feminine is recognizing that the feelings are not going anywhere. I mean, because I feel like the separation has been in place for a while, especially with the Eight of Cups here. And right underneath, we have the Ace. So, yeah. But now, this Eight of Cups, like, the feminine walked away. She was focused on herself and all of that. But right now, because it's about building bridges, it's about contact, it's about contact being made, okay? Regardless of who is approaching whom, I feel like both the DF and the DM, they want to work on this, okay? So, yes, it's recognizing the toxicity, the codependency, and all of that. And now the Eight of Cups is turning into the Two of Cups and Six of Cups here, right? So that is about, this is transmutation, you guys. This is also acceptance without judgment. This is aiming for that unconditional love, which is kind of like a keyword, a very important keyword for the twin journey. And this is what is happening on the feminine's end, because there is this deep devotion that she has made a peace with. She knows it's not going anywhere, no matter who or what sort of energy it is, because of course I feel like the masculine has a lot of work to do for sure. Okay, this is mostly like masculine could be a lot more worldly and is in need of gaining higher perspective. Okay, and with the lapis, it's also the third eye chakra. So yeah, that is again connected to perspective, so awakening process, right? So I feel like with this contact, uh, divine is doing something deeper here. That's 38. That's an 8 too, so that's 8. Well, why was I saying 8? This is 7. But yeah, this is 1, so it's 8 anyway. But still, I was thinking this is 8. That's crazy. But it's a similar energy which I'm picking up here. Whoa! So this is happening quite a lot lately. So it's similar. It's like choosing the 1 cup from the 7, right? And that is happening. But right now, it is more about contact and not about rushing anyone. It is about, yo, why do you want to come out? Okay, that's a 9 or so wands. So it's not easy for the feminine because a lot of stuff comes up, and I feel like this is helping. So there is that bridge that is being built here. Okay, so what is happening is with contact being established, both the energies, both the people, they are dealing with their toxic behavior. Okay, so it is transcending that old toxic ways. So when anyone is acting like how they used to, it's like their higher self is kind of like stepping in and checking them on the spot. And then all that shadowy stuff which could have ended very badly back in the days is now being looked at in a very beautiful way, and it is being worked through. It is not being dismissed. Does it make sense? Especially with the Two of Cups, because this is about, yes, it's a soul connection, but it's also about friendship, it's about companionship, it's about that equal give and take, that that mutual love and respect for each other. That is what is being established. And of course, the past is very much here because something is already in place. It's just about beautifying it, and that is what is happening. And with the devil, yes, now it's not that ungrounded energy. Now it is also about what are we doing about this union? Are we taking practical steps and all of that? So it's about that too, okay? And also, yes, with the devil, there is always this lingering energy of codependency. So both the people are basically very self-aware when it comes to the codependent dynamic, and nobody wants that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, now let's look at the intention, the kiss, and the love. Four of Cups. What about it? Page of Swords. Four of Swords, and that's the King of Wands. Came out in reverse, but of course we're not taking reversals. This is deep contemplation, okay? This is again overcoming, and you see how there are like four fours here again, like yesterday it showed up in these cards. Yeah, it's a 14, but still like the end is like 444. So the intention is strengthening the foundation. Yes, something is already in place, but it's about doing better. It's about aiming higher. It's about, so King of Wands in reverse, because there's something about that. Okay, so the feminine is a bit on the protective side of things. She is not exactly sure as to how this is going to work. Okay, yes, even though, yes, she's the one manifesting union, but it's like there are certain deal breakers, okay, which is connected to the past. So if that sort of behavior resurfaces, it's like a big no for her, because I feel like the masculine could be a bit, how do I say this nicely? Anger issues, you know? There could have been anger issues, there could have been jealousy issues, there could have been this need to control and whatnot, own, like, you know, be an, come on, like, uh, this is something that is kind of like a difficult one, okay? Transcending that need to own each other because this bond is kind of like so strong. It's like, okay, yes, it's one thing to call somebody your person, but you don't own them. There's that thin line, okay? And the devil there, it's easy to cross that. And you guys, both of you, you're realizing that's exactly what happened. So there's that need for a healthy boundary, of course. And that is why, you know, there's this protective energy. The feminine is like taking it slow because, you know, she doesn't want the same kind of energy again. She doesn't want to deal with it, basically. You know, she's like over it. It's like it's not going to fly, basically, on the masculine's end if, you know, they approach her in that way. It's basically that. So yeah. And also, earlier the feminine let things fly a bit too much, and right now around this time, nah, it's not going to fly anymore. Whatever flew earlier, flew. Yeah. And she's also not putting the masculine on a pedestal of any sort. She is like, basically, both the parties are finally treating each other as equals, okay? It's not an ideal dream person who is somewhere up there and you are down here. I mean, it's very easy to kind of like get caught up in that dynamic when you are on a twin journey. When the connection is divine, it's often the case that happens. And what is tricky is both the people are unaware that they are doing it. And right now, yeah, you are totally looking at it because this is This is coming from a place of deep healing on the feminine's end, okay? She doesn't want drama. Oh, yes, she doesn't. And the king of wands in reverse is, he's kind of like very dramatic and for all the wrong reasons, okay? And that is not going to fly. So, yeah, it's a very like, it's a lethal kiss, you know, she's very aware of that. So that is why she is taking it slow. And anytime she feels that, you know, something is not right, that is being communicated very nicely in a non-triggering way. And I feel like both of you are working on it, okay? Those of you who are in total separation, this is a deal breaker for you, basically. Because I feel like right now, even you guys are like, yes, you want to build that bridge, but uh, the triggers are overwhelming that you're still running. There's a bit of to and fro that, yeah, you want to be with this person, but then you're like, no, this is too much. And then you're like, okay, I can do better than this, you know, I'm better than this. And there's a bit of that going on. So I feel like, you know, things are going to happen in its own timing. So yep, apply as you see fit. Now let's look at the prayer for the thoughts as to what is she thinking. Knight of Wands, movement. She wants movement. She wants to show that passion, but in the right way. Oh yeah. And this is the overall energy where it's coming in. She wants movement. She wants to show that passion, but she knows that how it kind of backfired earlier. Okay, so she's being very smart about things, and because there is that obscurity at play for sure, because she's not really fully aware right now as to where this is going. And with the moon and the eight of swords here, it's like another eight here. With the eight of swords, it's like, okay, and that's 18. You could be saying 818, 808, 1212, 1221, 4444, sure. 888, of course, goes without saying 333. Anyway, so here the thought process is a bit like there's this unknowing, basically, you know, and she is waiting for more info. She's basically waiting for things to fall in place in its own time. So, you know, no, there's no false sense of control here on her part, because intuitively she knows that there's just too much fire here. There's just too much love and passion for each other that it's bound to. It is bound to kind of like, you know, find union down the line. But at the same time, it is not ignoring the pain that it caused, okay? And in order to fully let go, in order to actually fully enjoy each other's good parts, it's like you have to look at the problem, okay? And I feel like right now the universe is conspiring such a way that you are finally looking at the good. You're finally like also taking accountability for the bad, and you both are learning how to work through it. And with the feminine, it's like she's receptive to change now. She wants this energy kind of dissipate. She doesn't want to be stuck in this vicious cycle. So both of you are aiming for higher level of transformation, okay? So it's like we are building something here, you know, with the bridge. A lot else is being built here, which is a, it's obscure, but you know where you're going, both of you, you know that. And with the moon, yes, it's hidden, and of course there's this fear of betrayal and deception and all of that, okay? And the old cycle that you close, of course there's that fear that, are you both are like, I mean, just see, if you're still seeking something outside of this connection, then you're free to go. And with the feminine, that is what the energy is. She's like, you know, you have to come correct, basically. Otherwise, yeah, keep doing whatever it is that you want to do. And that is very well, that's like evident to the masculine. And I feel like this causes anxiety to the masculine more than the feminine knows, because there's this, I don't know how to explain this, there's this fear, okay? I feel like, especially the masculine, because I have the Knight of Wands here, I feel like I'm right next to the king, so it's like the masculine kind of messed up big time, okay? And they know that they need to change certain things about themselves, especially if, the intensity of this connection and the divinity of it is like, all that is not going to fly. So basically, the masculine is like, is not going to lie to himself anymore. Does it make sense? It is happening, but on the feminine's part, it's like, it's just a prayer that, okay, she's just praying that I hope it gets to a point where, we are enough for each other. And that is made evident to me. Actually, you both are enough for each other, but it's like the way things have happened. Yeah, it's only natural that these fears linger, because it's doing some deeper work. It is helping you release a lot of other issues that you carry. Woundings, inner child woundings, so often connected to our father or mother, or parental figures, right? So both of you, yeah, that is happening, but the healing is happening through this connection. So of course it is about you, but at the same time, the underlying energy is subtle. It always goes back to the childhood, especially with the orphan there. Okay? But the prayer is here, and I'm sure it is being heard. Okay? Both the feminine, yes. I don't think so. This anxious energy is feminine, because I feel like the moon energy is mostly feminine, being it the major here. So yes, she knows that there is a lot hidden that she doesn't know, and honestly, she's not interested in knowing. She just wants things to be different, and she wants the masculine to come correct, do things differently. Okay, now let's look at the action. And yeah, oh, big judgment here. Yeah. Okay, we have the lovers and we have the high priestess. What am I saying? She knows. And the queen of swords. Actually, I love it. Okay, especially the queen of swords here, because it's like her action is sorted. So this is very helpful for the masculine right now, because the masculine is going through this awakening. Okay, and remember, Capora, right? It's coming out of the underworld, basically. Sun rising again. All of that is this judgment energy. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Eight of Pentacles and the star underneath. Another eight here. Wow. So yes, and the rooster on top of his head. So yes, with the storm clearing, she knows that, her choice is made. Okay, the feminine is decided on something. She knows, she has a clear vision as to where this is going. Okay, and a lot depends on the masculine as to where he is on his journey. Okay, what he's doing, basically. If he's still in this Knight of Wands energy, where he's like, okay, old way is still on and all of that, she just knows that it's not going to fly. She doesn't have to do much about it, basically. And it's not like she's looking for that kind of behavior, or looking for clues as to what he's up to or whatnot. No, there's just this inner knowing that regardless of whatever, she knows that he is her person. Okay, the lovers here, the choice is very much in place, and she also feels like it's not up to her, basically, because this connection is kind of like bigger than anything. And yes, I don't want to promote that kind of thinking, but It is what it is, and you can overcome that sort of knowing down the line if it is not meant to be. But then I feel like it's in place for a reason. Okay, so she's very comfortable in that energy, in her choice. Okay, because the onus kind of lies on the masculine at this point of time, especially with the high priestess on her side, right? Because, and with the moon, again, she's very tapped in. The feminine is heavily, heavily tapped in. Okay, so now, right now, on her personal journey, she's focused on the material, on the lower chakra energy, definitely. But at the same time, of course, she's always, always tapped in. So she knows that she has to just act from an authentic place, okay? And she has to speak her truth and move in her truth, okay? And with the Queen of Swords, it's like, yes, it's that truth and it's that clarity. And it is a lot of assistance through communication. Okay, it doesn't have to be that you guys are meeting up or something. If it is just like talking, I feel like yes, it is very, very good right now for both the parties, okay? Because it is helping the masculine immensely, and at the same time it is helping the feminine too, because she is getting this assurity. She is just getting some sort of like, the knowing is just getting stronger and stronger, okay? And I think it's lovely whatever is in place. So keep doing the work. I hope this helps. And I'm going to do the divine masculine reading now. And if this resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. And if you want to book a one on one reading with me, please find the link to my website in the description box below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.